On a sunny morning in a tiny yellow house with a squeaky blue door, a fluffy golden puppy named Waffles discovered the most important smell of his entire life. It was buttery. It was warm. It was biscuits. High above the kitchen battlefield on top of the refrigerator sat Muffin, a tiny gray kitten with bright green eyes and the confidence of a queen. She had also smelled the biscuits, but unlike Waffles, she had a plan. Waffles attempted phase one of his brilliant strategy: jump and hope. He wiggled, he crouched, he leaped. He missed the counter entirely and landed in the laundry basket. Muffin sighed the sigh of someone surrounded by amateurs. Observe, she seemed to say with her eyes. With ninja-like grace, she leapt from the fridge, to the cabinet, to the counter. Perfect landing. Muffin approached the sacred biscuit jar. She pushed it. It wobbled. It tipped. It fell. The jar bounced off the counter, hit a chair, and landed directly on Waffles' head. The jar popped open. Biscuits everywhere. On the floor, on the table, on Waffles. Even one gently landed on Muffin's head like a crunchy crown. Then, crunch. What followed was less of a heist and more of a biscuit tornado. Waffles zoomed in circles with 3 biscuits in his mouth. Muffin slid across the floor like a tiny furry hockey puck chasing crumbs. They invented a new sport, extreme snack racing. When their human walked into the kitchen, she froze. Crumbs everywhere. Flour is everywhere. 2 very round, very satisfied faces staring up at her. Waffles wagged. Muffin blinked innocently, instead of being upset. Their human laughed. Well, she said, I guess we're baking more biscuits. Waffles fainted from happiness. Muffin pretended she planned this all along, and from that day forward, the Great Biscuit Heist became a weekly event. The target, the top shelf. The objective, the extra flavored treats. Agent Barnaby enters the dead zone. Total silence is required. Lasers, one wrong move and calculated. I meant to do that. Initiating vertical launch system. 3, 2, 1. Gravity, my oldest nemesis. Wait, the sky is raining treats? Mission accomplished. I am a tactical genius. Live to heist another day. Barnaby out. Subscribe for more chaos. Champion nap taker, and today, hero in fuzzy disguise. Everything was normal until Sir Wiggles spotted it. One sock, alone, sockless tragedy. Clearly this sock didn't lose its partner by accident. Sir Wiggles went full detective. The trail led through the house, past the couch, under the table, and straight into chaos. Oh no, a slippery floor, a flying puppy, a very surprised houseplant. Victory! The missing sock was found right where Sir Wiggles hid it yesterday. And so Sir Wiggles was rewarded the only way a hero should be, with snacks and naps. Another case closed, another nap earned. Sir Wiggles will nap again, very soon. In a world brimming with wagging tails and slobbery kisses, 2 very different canine souls were about to cross paths. One, a golden ball of sunshine named Buster, who saw the world as an endless game of fetch, and the other, a spirited husky pup, Bella, whose eyes held the glint of 1,000 untold adventures. And perhaps just a touch of mischief. As they grew, so did their rivalry. Every toy became a battleground, every walk a race. It was a daily symphony of barks, growls, and playful but very serious wrestling. Their antics were legendary, like the time they discovered the joys of the freshly watered flower bed. Buster, ever the enthusiast, dove in head first. Bella, ever the strategist, directed the operation. Despite their constant bickering, small moments of truce began to emerge. A shared nap in a sunbeam, a surprisingly civil split of a dropped treat. These tiny sparks of camaraderie were quietly fanning a different kind of fire. One afternoon, a crisis struck. Sarah had lost her favorite antique locket, a precious family heirloom. Her distress was palpable, and for the first time, Buster and Bella saw something more important than their own rivalry. Without a word, a silent agreement formed. Buster, with his keen nose, began to sniff out clues. Bella, with her sharp eyes and agile form, explored the harder-to-reach places. They were a team, a search and rescue duo in the making. And then, a breakthrough. Buster, with a gentle nudge, revealed the locket, glinting in the sunlight. Bella let out a soft, a roo of approval. Sarah rushed over, tears of relief in her eyes. From that day forward, their rivalry softened into playful banter. They learned that their individual strengths, when combined, made them an unstoppable force. They became the family's watchful guardians, their furry protectors. They were no longer just Buster and Bella, the fighting dogs. They were Buster and Bella, the best friends, the family's heroes. Their adventures continued, but now they faced them together side by side. The tale of Buster and Bella reminds us that sometimes the greatest friendships are born from the most unexpected beginnings. Even when differences seem insurmountable, with a little understanding, teamwork, and a shared purpose, we can find common ground and become stronger together. True strength lies not in who barks the loudest, but in the loyalty and love we share. Finally, even the unlikeliest of friendships can conquer any challenge. Fifi, the most fabulous poodle in the city, had everything a dog could want: the finest kibble, the softest silk bed, and a pedigree as long as her leash. But this Valentine's Day, something felt missing. Then came Baron. All muscle and bravado, he was the picture of canine perfection. Every dog in the park admired him, and he knew it. He certainly thought he was the one for Fifi. He'd try to impress her with his strength, his speed, his general loud self-importance. But Fifi, despite his handsome looks, found his antics rather rough. And then there was Doug, a charmingly scruffy mutt with a perpetually wagging tail and a heart bigger than his floppy ears. He wasn't fancy, he wasn't perfect, but he was always kind. Fifi noticed the little things. Doug helping a struggling puppy, sharing his last treat with a lonely terrier. His true kindness shone brighter than any diamond collar. Baron tried to intervene, of course, seeing Doug as a rival, but Doug, with his unwavering good nature, simply bypassed the bluster and offered Fifi something truly precious. It wasn't expensive, it wasn't grand, but it was from the heart. And in that moment, Fifi knew. True love wasn't about pedigree or perfection. This Valentine's Day, Fifi chose true love. She chose Doug. Because sometimes the goofiest dog with the biggest heart is exactly who you need. In the town of Drizzlewood, rain meant one thing. Puddles. He wasn't just a puppy. He was Captain Puddle. Puddle says, justice is about to get wet. No puddle was too deep, no splash too big. Puppy says, worth it. But then, a citizen in trouble. Puppy says, hold on, noodle friend. Rescuing is harder than it looks. Worm says, already gone. Now, what happened to you? Puddle couldn't explain. Heroes never do. And so Captain Puddle rested until the next rainstorm. Puppy was in sleep, mumble, save the puddles. Please like, share, and subscribe to Moontails. Thank you.